from Washington, this is VOA News. Kenya's President Uhuru Kenyatta addresses citizens following a deadly mall attack in Nairobi, and Syria reportedly discloses chemical weapons inventory. I'm Vincent Bruce reporting from Washington. Kenya's president says at least 39 people have been killed following an attack by heavily armed gunmen in an upscale shopping mall in the capital, Nairobi. More than 150 others were wounded. President Uhuru Kenyatta sought to reassure his people on Saturday, addressing the nation just hours after the morning attack claimed by the Somali terrorist group al-Shabab. The president condemned what he called the cowardly act and praised Kenyans for their solidarity in the face of the terrorist threat.
Terrorism, in and of itself, is the philosophy of cowards. The way we lead our lives in freedom, openness, unity, and consideration for each other represents our victory over those who wish us ill.
President Kenyatta vowed that the perpetrators will be caught and dealt with.
Our security forces are conducting a multi-agency response to this attack as we speak, and are in the process of neutralizing the attackers and securing the mall.
Gunmen opened fire and tossed hand grenades at the Westgate Mall in the nation's capital during busy shopping hours. Officials said they believed the attackers were hiding inside the mall, but there were concerns that some of the 10 or more gunmen escaped by mingling with shoppers fleeing the building. Al-Shabab claimed in messages posted on Twitter that its mujahideen carried out the assault in retaliation for Kenya's military intervention in Somalia. The Organization for the Prohibition of Chemical Weapons, or OPCW, says it has received the expected disclosure of chemical weapons inventory from the Syrian government. In a statement, the OPCW says its technical secretariat is reviewing the information. A week ago, on September 14th, U.S. and Russian officials agreed on a framework for ending Syria's chemical weapons program. That included a one-week deadline for Damascus to submit a comprehensive list of such weapons, a provision to avert a possible U.S. strike on Syria. More details at voanews.com. Pakistan says it has released a senior Afghan Taliban leader in an attempt to boost the stalled peace process in Afghanistan. Security officials say Abdul Ghani Baradar, Pakistan's highest-ranking Afghan Taliban prisoner, was freed Saturday. Ayaz Gul reports from Islamabad.
Pakistani authorities said on Saturday that Baradar is a free man but refused to discuss details. A secret Pakistani raid on Baradar's hideout in Karachi 3 years ago led to the capture and detention of the deputy leader of the Afghan Taliban. The Afghan government and the United States both have long urged Islamabad to release the men and send them back to their homeland, hoping to help end the protracted conflict in Afghanistan. Mushahid Hussain heads the Foreign Affairs Committee of the Upper House of Parliament.
The peace process has to include the Taliban, so I think Mullah Baradar can be a good facilitator in the peace process.
Pakistan set free 26 Taliban prisoners late last year, but Afghan authorities were unhappy about the move. They insisted the whereabouts of those released remain unknown. Ayaz Gul for VOA News, Islamabad.
Voters in Sri Lanka's ethnic Tamil majority northern region have cast ballots on forming their first semi-autonomous council. The results of Saturday's polling are expected to be released on Sunday. Germany holds its parliamentary elections Sunday, with current Chancellor Angela Merkel looking to win a third term. World leaders will convene next week in New York for the United Nations General Assembly. The U.S. government on Friday unveiled its goals for the upcoming session. VOA's Zlatisa Hoke reports.
U.S. officials say Syria, the Middle East, and North Africa will be high on the U.S. agenda at the General Assembly. State Department official Dean Pittman says the United States will urge fast elimination of Syria's chemical weapons so that efforts can start to end the civil war there.
And so what we'd like to see move very quickly after we get this initial phase of this effort to rid Syria of its chemical weapons, that we'll be able to move on the political front.
Pittman said the United States has been disappointed with the UN Security Council, where veto-holding members Russia and China have blocked every effort to issue a resolution on Syria. Zlatica Hoke, VOA News, Washington.
For all the latest 24 hours a day, visit us at voanews.com. Reporting from the VOA News Center in Washington, D.C., I'm Vincent Bruce. VOA News.